Have you ever wondered why things seem to move differently in space? Imagine throwing a baseball on Earth. It goes up, slows down, and then falls back down. But in space, it's a different story. That same baseball could travel for thousands of years without slowing down. On Earth, we have things like gravity and air that resist movement. They act like invisible brakes, slowing everything down. In the vacuum of space, these forces are almost non-existent. Think of it like riding a bike. On a smooth, flat road, you can coast along with ease. But on a bumpy uphill path, you have to pedal much harder just to keep moving. That's because the rough terrain and gravity are working against you. Space, in a way, is like that smooth, flat road. Without the resistance of air or the strong pull of gravity, objects can travel much faster and farther with the same amount of effort. We all know about gravity. It's the force that keeps our feet on the ground and makes things fall. Earth has a lot of mass, so it has a strong gravitational pull. This pull affects everything on Earth, from the smallest ant to the largest rocket. In space, gravity is still there, but it's much weaker. That's because objects in space are much farther away from large masses like planets and stars. Remember, the farther apart objects are, the weaker the gravitational pull between them. Think of gravity like a magnet. A strong magnet can hold a heavy object, but a weak magnet might not even be able to hold a paperclip. Earth's gravity is like a strong magnet, while gravity in space is more like a weak magnet. This weaker gravity in space means objects don't need to fight against a strong force pulling them down. That's why astronauts can float effortlessly in the International Space Station. They're still affected by Earth's gravity, but it's much weaker at that distance. On Earth, we encounter friction and air resistance every day. Friction is the force that opposes motion between two surfaces in contact. When you rub your hands together, you feel heat. That's friction. Air resistance is a type of friction that occurs when an object moves through the air. The faster you move, the more air molecules you bump into, and the stronger the air resistance becomes. These forces are why objects on Earth slow down and eventually come to a stop. Imagine pushing a toy car across a carpet versus pushing it across a smooth floor. The car on the carpet will stop much faster because of the increased friction. Similarly, a skydiver falling through the air will eventually reach a terminal velocity where the force of air resistance equals the force of gravity. This balance of forces prevents the skydiver from accelerating any further. In the vacuum of space, there's no air to cause resistance. Without air resistance, objects in motion stay in motion at a constant speed and in a straight line unless acted upon by another force. Because there's no air resistance in space, objects can travel at incredibly high speeds without slowing down. This is why spacecraft can reach such incredible velocities. Once they achieve escape velocity, they can coast through the solar system with minimal fuel consumption. Think of it like this. Imagine throwing a paper airplane on Earth. It might fly for a short distance, but it will quickly lose speed and fall to the ground because of gravity and air resistance. Now imagine throwing that same paper airplane in space. Without air resistance or a strong gravitational pull, that paper airplane could theoretically keep flying at the same speed and in the same direction forever. This lack of resistance also explains why planets and other celestial bodies can orbit stars for billions of years without slowing down. They exist in a delicate balance between their own momentum and the gravitational pull of the star. So the next time you see a shooting star streaking across the night sky, remember that it's traveling at incredible speeds because it doesn't have to fight against air resistance. And when you marvel at the vastness of space and the objects hurtling through it, you'll understand that it's the absence of friction and reduced gravity that allow them to achieve such incredible feats of motion.